Welcome to the Tea Mind, and for those of you that are new around here, I'm Erica, and this is the podcast where we pause, put the kettle on, and reconnect with what really matters. Each episode is your invitation to slow down and explore how something as simple as a cup of tea can become a gateway to mindfulness, mental fitness, and a more present way of living. We'll sip our way through practical tea routines, powerful insights, and heartfelt stories. Some weeks it's just you and me, and some weeks we'll hear from inspiring guests. But every week it's a chance to recalibrate, to pause, rebalance, and thrive. So grab your favourite mug, breathe deeply, and join me in the art of living with a tea mind. Hello, today's episode is about something really simple but really easily forgotten: play. Not a game, not sport, not productivity in disguise, but just pure joy for no apparent reason. So I want you to cast your mind back to a time when you last just played, not for an audience, not for an outcome, but just purely to feel alive. And for many of us, the answer might be that we simply can't really remember. The idea of doing something purely for fun is often labelled childish or pointless, or perhaps even both. But I'm a big believer in the words of George Bernard Shaw, who said, "We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing." And you might not feel it at first, but the absence of play is quiet, but it really starts to show up over time when you notice less laughter, less lightness, less spontaneity. Burnout can often show up not just with overwork, but with underjoy. Joy becomes maybe transactional or something that's earned and very, very rare. Perhaps we're telling ourselves that we just don't have enough time, or it's not productive. I know that one very well. Or worse, it's just not grown up, not something that adults do. So we power through life efficient, but really exhausted. And we're not just tired, but we're starved of wonder, of awe. But play itself, play is where we can really come back to ourselves and remember who we really are. It reminds us that we're human, not machine, and that we are allowed to feel alive, even in the middle of a busy life and even when things aren't always going to plan. When I cast my mind back, I really clearly remember an image that I have when I first realised that adults could have pure fun for no reason as well. I was on holiday on the Isle of Wight, and it was one of those rare, perfect afternoons, the kind that you don't plan. And I was just at the top of a really steep green hill. There was no one around. The sun was beating down. The birds were chirping, and I just took off. I just ran down this hill and remember just feeling this utter freedom, just complete pointlessness to it all. And it just felt perfect. And that moment has really stuck with me. And it still does to this day because it reminds me that adults can have pure fun with no agenda, no reward, just for the simple hell of it. And the older I get, the more I start to notice those moments. And they do sneak up on you, often even when things don't go to plan. Like last Sunday, for example, we were driving home after a really long day, and my husband stopped to refuel the car. And then we sat back down again and realised that, oops, he'd put the wrong fuel in the car. So thankfully, we hadn't started the engine, but cue 3 hours waiting for the breakdown guy to turn up. Then he got his hose stuck and he had to remove the back seats, which added on another hour. So it should have been really frustrating, but somehow it turned into fun. The four of us were all together and we found a bargain shop that was still open. So we did a £5 challenge, bought the silliest things, laughed until we cried, and the car park was empty. So we had trolley races. And then by the time we left, the petrol station flowers were down to £2. So we took some home and had porridge for dinner at 10:30 at night. So it really was one of the best nights we'd had in ages because we just let go, we played, and we had fun. So let's shift how we see fun and play. It's not optional, it's fundamental. It helps boost our creativity, lowers stress, strengthens our ability to bounce back, but fundamentally, it really helps us to bring ourselves back to ourselves. You don't need to have a full day off. You just need to give yourself permission for 5 minutes, one song, one piece of silliness. So I invite you this week to give yourself that permission to be playful, whatever that means to you. Joy isn't a reward, it's a right, and you're allowed to feel good without earning it first. And the ripple effect is real. When we play, we connect more easily, we listen better, and we become more resilient. So stop clenching so tightly to the things that we can't control, because play is presence and presence is powerful. So I invite you this week to bring this into your tea practice. And here's a little tea routine that you could do to help you reconnect with that playful energy. So when the kettle's boiling this week, whatever tea you are brewing, maybe it's a black tea for this fire element, the height of the summer, just put a song on that makes you want to move your body. Nothing too serious, just something nostalgic or something that makes you smile. And just let your body move, maybe small movements at first, just swaying, nodding, tapping. Just dance like no one is watching because they aren't. And then smile. Just a soft, amused awareness that you are choosing joy. And as your tea brews, just take a few deep breaths, breathing in the aroma, feeling the warmth in your hands, and asking yourself, what would feel playful today? No pressure to do it, just notice what comes up. And then sit and sip your tea, letting your mind wander, not to the future or the past, but just into the possibilities for play. So I really encourage you to give yourself that permission to play this week, whether it's to laugh, to sing, to be silly, just anything that is going to bring you joy. You don't need a reason or a result. You just need to allow it in. So I wonder what play looks like for you this week. And I wonder when you last felt that lightness. Do share in the comments, let me know, because talking about joy creates more of it. And if you would like a little bit more support, remember you can sign up to our free newsletters at the Tea Mind for some more tea routines and at Etiquette for some more tea recipes to get you along the road on your wonderful tea journey through life. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Until next time, bye now. Thanks for sharing this cup of calm with me. As you move through your day, take the Tea Mind with you. Pause when you can, breathe, and be kind to yourself. And please follow the Tea Mind to get new episodes as they land on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay present, sip slowly, and thanks for listening.